I don't know why I cannot hear anything off. Come on. Why can I not hear anything out of my microphone? I don't know.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Washington Wizards. Grizzlies secured the opening tip, and we're underway on Beale Street in Memphis. To Valanciunas. Lets it fly from long range. That's good deep. Shot no good. Nothing going here on that drive. Nice pass to set things up. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he can probably finish with his left hand better than he can finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Washington basketball.
Come on, Mr. Wall. We meet again.
Probing the defense. Try for the baseline, but it won't go down. Dwayne Wade. He gets it.
It's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Wall across the timeline. They trail by 2 to Beal. Here comes the screen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw try, off the mark. Jones with it. Looking to make something happen. Oh, he had it. To Wall. There it is, John Wall. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Bodies bouncing all around on that offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Knocked loose. Count the basket at the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
In the front court, it's Wall. The lead is 2. Curling inside. Jonas Valanciunas sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work.
Then they must be, asshole.
Beal. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. The jumper's off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Jaren Jackson. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. Great dish to set it up.
What do you mean?
Almost unlucky bounce. Goes to the right side. Beyond the arc for 3. He was all over. Wall in the front court. Leads a bucket. To Beal. And the rebound belongs to Memphis. Wizards with the basketball. Wall to Beal. Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. Beal defended by Jones. Nothing going here on that drive. Beal. Had a chance, but it's no good. Jones with it. Down 2. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Wall. Goes reverse.
I just want my earphones to work.
And a timeout for Memphis as they'll make sure they're... in a 2-point ball.
Excuse me.
Both coaches did...
That's why it didn't work.
Into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Tyus Jones against the former #1 pick. To Jackson. To Valanciunas. Turns and slams it down.
A tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Thomas to Wall. Has a chance. Not that time. To Jackson. Hood to Valanciunas. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Valanciunas. His first effort off the mark. Wizards have it. Wall defended by Jones. The drive right to the basket. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul #2.
John Wall, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. First one goes down.
Washington Wizards, #13, Thomas Bryant. Stepping in.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Danny Green against the 5-time All-Star. Hood to Kyle Anderson. Trying to cash in. Won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Thomas to Wall. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. That'll be out of bounds. Wall the last to touch it. Grizzlies own the basketball. Danny Green. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Wall with it up top. Down by 1. To the basket goes Jackson, but a shot won't fall. Thomas into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Wall. Fine to shoot. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. He'll put it up. At the buzzer. It's good.
Let's go.
Buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, There's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Short jumper off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Danny Green. Anderson. Has a look. Jackson's shot, no good. Beal to Wall. Thomas to Beal. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper stays out. Danny Green to Kyle Anderson. Nice pass to get things going.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Wall here against Jones. And he finishes at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Jones with it. Leads 3. To Danny Green. Here comes the screen. Danny Green picked up by Bryant. That'll be out of bounds off of Jones. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 9. That's why y'all. Shit.
Wide open look, won't go.
And I'm telling you right now that the defense is playing with fire right here. If they keep giving up open looks, they will not have the lead eventually.
Wizards at the controls. Danny Green rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And that's rebounded by the Grizzlies. Takes it coast to coast and a strong finish at the rim.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
Teodosic with it. 5-point game. To Beal. To Thomas. Down to 5 on the 24. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter, but the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper. Hey, lock up.
Beal to Thomas.
Shit.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time. He's going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Isaiah Thomas at the line for 2 shots. A career 87% from the line. And hits the first free throw.
Subbing in for Washington.
Able to convert on both free throws. Memphis, they've got it. To Wade. Here comes the screen. Wade to Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Jones with it. Up by 3. Here comes the screen. Dwayne Wade. Tyus Jones picked up by Carmelo Anthony. And it's rebounded by Labissiere. Thomas. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. Valanciunas. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Thomas across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Wall. Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scatter.
To Wade. Dwayne Wade. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Washington with the basketball. Wall. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Jones with it. Leads 4. To Jackson. The pass set it all up.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Wall. Josh Jackson.
Damn.
With the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Fires the 3. Shot clock violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
15 man.
Josh Jackson to Wade. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Dwayne Wade has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Thomas with the basketball. Margins 8. Anthony to Thomas. Wall here against Jones. To Thomas. 5 to shoot for Washington. Ah, that's a 24-second violation. just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Grizzlies out in front.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Grizzlies entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Wizards have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Blocks.
The Memphis Grizzlies came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
I tell you this, we going to the playoffs all the way through.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Six made, 6 missed.
Who was cold?
Let me tell you something.
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point.
33 and 9 ain't
Get
shit to
anything
me.
going.
If we was 33 and 10,
Here's
it'd
our
be a
top
big
plays
difference.
from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Clippers, Golden State, 76ers, and Suns. Number 4? Oh shit. Portland
And
really
with
trying to
that,
get number 1.
Sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Portland better stay their ass at the bottom. Because we have to face y'all next. I'm telling you, it's going to be a
That's
rough
what you
start.
like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And he hits.
No doubt about where that one is headed.
Into the front court comes Wall. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Wade. Nothing going here on that drive. To Wade from long range. Dwayne Wade is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's perfect from the line so far. First try at the line, no good. Second and 3, got it. across the timeline. Down 8. Slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Jaren Jackson. Got it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Washington basketball to Anthony. Wall picked up by Jones. Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. Jones with it. It's an 8-point lead. To Wade. Here comes the screen. Wade sizing up Beal.
By yourself, put it up. Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Short jumper misses. Into the front court. It's Wall. He'll run the offense. Right time. Right player.
Can't teach height.
Beal. Wall guarded by Tyus Jones. To Beal. 4-3. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Bradley Beal is going to get 3 shots here. He's struggled so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second and 3, off the mark. Missed opportunity. 0 for 3 at the line. Jones, defended by Wall. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I thought she cheated on him. That's what he said on the video.
They got the shot in.
Wall into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Beal to Wall. Here comes the screen. To Wall. For 3. Not that time. Gets to the basket and scores.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off, but that was a bug at the park.
Wall with it up top. The deficit now up to a dozen. Runner here won't go. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Anthony to Wall. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Wade. Dwayne Wade. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Isaiah Thomas here against Jones.
This guy, hold on, man. I say you got some skill. Some. Okay, all right. Quick. I didn't watch the ball since I was a kid. Reading articles, watching games all the guys before me. Guys like Kareem, Elgin Bailey, Lenny Wilkins, Walt Frazier.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender did.
Thomas into the front court. Down a bundle. To Beal. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Rodney Hood.
How many rings did you pick in? Come on.
11.
That's easy. That's 11. You got that. It ain't easy to
Off
win.
the mark. What on earth was he thinking? Thomas across the timeline. His guys down big. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Jackson. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Wizards with the basketball. To Beal.
Even the Lakers or the Grizzlies, I'm not even judging.
Here's a chance from long range. He drills the 3.
Oh, shit.
Added with barely no traditional low post players left in the game. You have 10 players on the perimeter. When you have a guy who's able to utilize a step back, that helps get shots over people with length.
This day and age, very rarely is there a bad shot from the perimeter. Josh Jackson, guarded by Ryan Anderson.
Antoine James.
5 on the shot clock for Memphis. To Jackson. Lets it fly from long range. Hand in his face, Josh Jackson can't connect.
That's Michael again. The Candyman.
Baseline drive. Jonas Valanciunas pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Add 2 points to the board.
I call Mr. Cruz if I were you first. Yes.
Picked up by Memphis. Desperation shot here from half court. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. And a nice advantage for the Grizzlies.
Oh, man. I thought they were the gatekeepers, though. Yeah, they are, but these guys are still using rotary phones. Come on. Cell phones are the single worst thing to happen in society since combustion engine. See what I mean? They set up the meeting. I'll text you when he's ready. All right. That sounds good. I appreciate y'all. So you gonna make a move or what?
Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
MP! Mr. Cruz.
Won't go down.
Meet you, bro. Truly, man. I was about to say the same thing, man. Hey, all right. Gotta get it.
Down by 15.
I ain't meaning no type of way, man, but
Easy path to the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
It's Grizzlies ball.
not all much I grew, but Shep has been coming here since he was a kid. Like
Danny Green to Kyle Anderson.
Shep respects him. He knows what it's all about.
Danny Green sizing up Bryant. To Jackson.
I've noticed. Which is why I think you would appreciate the opportunity to play this.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Has a chance, just not going down. Danny Green to Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, that's the best play out here. Pick any free people you want. No such thing as a ring. Yeah, I got some people in mind. Good.
To Danny Green.
Change a lot of minds around here.
And it's Anderson with the rebound.
Cruz, how'd it go?
Ryan Anderson, defended by Jackson.
Gave me an invite, and I wanted this just classic captain.
Wall. And looked out. Big finish at the rim. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Man, I got some dogs. I got Hero, Cole, and KG. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking
Yes, I love it. This is amazing.
about. Right now. You know what I'm asking for? To see the look on Chet's face when you walk in. That crowd.
This is your city, baby. You know what? The final boss is Hammond Park. Yeah, it was the couch cushions. A lot of things changed, and a couple chocolate covered pretzels, which, you know what, could we all be a little neater with food around here? Someone left a cinnamon roll on the counter yesterday, and it was kind of romantic.
That's right. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I was stressing. Wait, why are you stressed, bro? Everyone's got their struggles. I don't need you right now. I've seen you stay focused on the classic, right? What about me, man? I got this. That's what I'm talking about.
Put this cinnamon rolls away.
So now this time, man, I'm going to show the classic up against Chef Owens in his hood, his area.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Jones up against John Wall.
It's the classic, man.
Hammond Park. Made it, baby. Social is aware
To Jaren
that you
Jackson.
have arrived. Chef Squad 100 just posted.
Not that time.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
I don't want anybody else to accuse me.
It's Isaiah Thomas. Wide open look, won't go. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court comes Wall. Trailing by 15. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Good. Off a spin.
If that missed, oh, he would have found himself on the bench.
Wizards have it. To Thomas.
I see. Well, his money is as great as that is. And guess what? There's a lot more out there.
Probing the defense. Wall, defended by Jones.
Yo, I'm sorry about that, man. I'm not
To Thomas.
What? That was early on. That's why I showed that.
From the outside, no good.
I'll take it. Do this, man. I'm hyped right now.
Jones with it. The lead is 15.
You should go tell Kenny this.
Here comes the screen.
Let's get it. I see you out there.
Nice finish at the rim.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
Oh, Mr. Cool, man. I'm about to put the game of a lifetime on, man. I just want to be ready. Look, you got to put the face in the returning chairs. Okay, so that's Chef Squad. Very green. Winners, they get the green jerseys. Okay, all right, that's right. Masses. What you talking about, golf? What you talking about, man? Let's get the green jerseys and some money. The almighty dollar. Yeah, that was my next guess. I don't know where your head is at sometimes, Jimmy. You see, I got it. My next 2 games are going to get better shit. Big spades. Is that what you're saying? That is what I'm saying. Man, you will get that championship belt. But right now, it belongs to Shep. He's going to have to give it to you. Okay? That is if you win. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Get on out. Game's Yes, sir. Stop making jokes and all kind of fussy tussy, whatever you do. Ooh, feel that energy? It's kind of about to miss it again.
Changes coming from both sides right now. To Thomas. Dwayne Wade able to recover with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Thomas. Driving right to the basket. Isaiah Thomas. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Jones with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Wade. Going along. Beyond the arc. Like the confidence, but a tough shot for Dwayne Wade. Anthony here against Jones. To Thomas. Fight to shoot for Washington. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Layup goes down. Well done.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Thomas. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. It's Thomas. Shot won't go. Isaiah Thomas. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Valanciunas. Beyond the arc for 3. Shakes free and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Thomas. Anthony. To Thomas. Anthony. Not done yet. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now the Wizards going to take the timeout. They're down big in this 4th quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Valanciunas with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Deep three at the buzzer. Grizzlies get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey, man, I need to see some more different dunks, though, from the drop package. I want to see that one. This dude pulled up for three. Hey, jeans for the win, I guess. I don't know. It's wild. I'm going to the paint. Step back. I got all the space in the world. That's a good, like, 10 shooting matches to go.
He lay on the ground like he didn't know what to do.
It's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.
I want everybody to eat.
The Grizzlies were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points.
Hold on. You dribbling. Try to pass some space. Give it back to me. I got you. Hold on. They're in double team. I'm passing it out to
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that's another win. A little too easy. Another big challenge is coming up.
The Wizards seem to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Washington Wizards.
Hey man, I saw Shep over there giving an interview for his reality show, and I'm telling you, I heard him say he liked Red. You don't gotta gas me up, bro.
Introducing the new GMC Sierra AT4X.
I got all the ammo that I need.
He did an impression of you that's all over social.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive. But having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Imitation's a sincere form of flattery. Listen, you about to get the most sincere form of beat down. Yeah, don't say that, man. This camera's up. I don't care. I'm here to win the game, not the Oscars. That is good. Actually, you know what? Matter of fact, go out there right now and say that, because I think they're ready for it.
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this
I'm always ready. Are you ready for Shep? I'm gonna save this one, man. I might even let him score.
These are the top plays of the game.
Too soon. There you go. I want people to get their money's worth out here. You do know this is free, right? I'm gonna still light him up, man. That's come on, go out there and show him what you got, young blood. Hey, I'm really looking forward to that championship belt too. So, old man, get your popcorn ready. It's showtime. All right, okay. I do like some popcorn. In fact, I love popcorn. Go ahead, young blood. Ready to get really ready to shut you up, kid. How you gonna do that?
Check out the upcoming games for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Find out, huh? And good thing you got front row seats to this one. Light work, son.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It's a big fat belt that I'm about to sing home with, kid. Yeah. So you tough now. See you up there. Yeah.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Here's their team: Jalen Green, DJ from the 2K20, I think my career story, and Tracy McGrady. Is DJ from 2K20 or 21? I'm not 100% sure. I forgot, bro. I have bad memory. It's all good. I'm still gonna put DJ going to the paint with left-hand leg. They got some cool little uniforms, you know. It looks cute. It's cute. It's cute, man. They got some green matching shirts. That's whatever. He's scoring on me. Let's see how it is. Garnett with the ball, kick out to me in the corner. Catch and shoot, not a green, but it's a brick. My boy's covering me. Good looks, Garnett. And you would think Jalen Green's gonna ball out, but he's sleeping on defense. Alley-oop. Come on, bro, wake up. Wake up, Jalen. DJ going to the paint. I'm playing great defense now. I got something to prove, bro. I'm charged up for real. You know, I really am competitive. In the My Career series, in real life, I'm making sure Chris Move does not pass me on episodes. I think he's on episode 21. We're on 24, bro. He's not passing me. You guys support me as the world. Let's keep it going, bro. I'm trying to take over Chris Move, respectfully. But hey, I got the ball back. Kick out to J. Cole. Back to me. I'm trying to get past Jalen Green. Taking my time. Hold on. Cross. Getting right past him. What am I doing? Get a foul. But look at J. Cole. Look at the vision. Nice pass to Garnett. Cutting in for a dunk. Beautiful basketball. And where's Shep Owen, bro? He's talking all this
had me as this matchup, which is weird. You would think he'd be guarding me, but it's DJ. So I'm just gonna bully DJ for now. Look at me. Go to the paint, float it up. Put the contact. But like, they only have 4 points. Like, you would think they'd be a lot better. But we're crushing them. Bro, like, I can't believe Chef, he's passing out to T-Mac, and an old man has to save him. It took a 45-year-old T-Mac to score, break their slump. I'm getting double team nonstop. Everyone's eating from my double teams, literally. It's 18-7. One more defensive stop. Garnett says, get that out of here. Hey, we gotta end this off in style, in fashion. Make it memorable. Alright? Taking over the city. Paul Burger screen. I'm trying to get the switch on the Shaq, but he doesn't want to guard. Look, he keeps staying on Garnett. They don't switch. So I'm like, alright, bet. T-Mac, you're gonna catch this work.
We're not represent the WNBA. Sorry.
Step back. Green light. Game time, baby.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte, tonight, the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. The Hornets secure the opening tip as they get the basketball first. We're underway in Charlotte. Won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Got it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rozier with it. Down just a couple. To Batum. Here comes the screen. To Nick Batum. Going to launch beyond the arc. Nick Batum forcing that one. No good. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. with the basketball. To Batum. Jonas Valanciunas swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Jones with it. Leads 4.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Stuffs it down with authority. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Nick Batum. A shot no good there by Williams.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Hornets at the controls of this one. Scores from the post.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rozier into the front court. 10-2 the score. To Batum. Nikola Batum missed his first. That one goes.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
Jones with it. Gonna run the offense. To Jaren Jackson. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Scoring is going to be so important for the Grizzlies this year. You have to remember, they were second from the bottom in points per game. Only the Kings were worse the year before.
Now a timeout from the Hornets coach as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. New blood coming in for both sides.
Into the game for Charlotte, number 0.
To Nick Batum.
Hey, double screen.
To Miles Bridges. Batum. And the Grizzlies able to clear the rebound. It's Grizzlies ball to Jaren Jackson. Probing the defense. Hood. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Margins 8. Rebound Jackson. Jones with it. Looking to make something happen. To Rodney Hood. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers him and puts him right on balance every time.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaren Jackson. Short jumper off the mark. To Batum. Nicola Batum. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Jackson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now a timeout coming here from the Hornets coach as he'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
For the Memphis Grizzlies, number 14, Danny Green.
To Miles Bridges. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
To Jackson. Trying to cash in. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's still early in this game, but you can't send the wrong message to the offense by letting them think they can own the glass.
Rozier with it. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. To Miles Bridges. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Hood to Jaren Jackson. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Josh Jackson. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Shot clock coming down. Oh, he slams it down just before the buzzer.
Ed, if people at home can see me right now, my hands are on my head and I look stressed out. When the defense yells red, 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 you know that there are 5 seconds or less in the shot clock. You have to utilize the shot clock as your 6th defender to your advantage. Force a contested fadeaway, but you can't give up a dunk. Those are the deflating plays that absolutely destroy your momentum in a ballgame.
No stress, Jay. We have a long way to go. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Memphis with the rock.
Big finish at the rim. And if you're on defense on that last possession, No need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
To Kyle Anderson. Here's a chance from long range. That bothered Kyle Anderson. Well defended. Rozier into the front court. Now down 6. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Kyle Anderson. Danny Green to Kyle Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
He gets it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Jonas Valanciunas. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Now the Hornets take the timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button.
Substitutions. Subbing in.
Hood to Wade. 4-3. Like the confidence, but a tough shot for Dwayne Wade. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down 8. To Nick Batum. Down low to Williams. It was right there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Jonas Valanciunas. He's 2 for 2 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Batum. Five to shoot. Batum. The rebounds pulled down by the Grizzlies. Dwayne Wade. Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Rozier rocking the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Shot from in close, no good. Rozier with it. They find themselves down 10. To Miles Bridges. Here comes the screen. The drive, right to the basket. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Hood to Wade. Slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Miles Bridges. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
2 for 2 on that trip. Rozier into the front court. Down 12. And the basket good at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Grizzlies own the basketball to Wade. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
And the rebound taken in by Jackson. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Hood. For three. Missed it. The follow won't go either. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a dozen. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Miles Bridges to Rozier. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. 24-second violation. Fires the 3. Rebound grabbed by the Hornets. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Curling inside. And scores. Desperation shot here from half court. That's it for the first half. And a nice advantage for the Grizzlies.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Grizzlies absolutely dominated the competition in the first half, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Hornets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Charlotte Hornets.
First half stats. Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
was cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Wade. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaren Jackson. Dwayne Wade. Lets it fly from long range. Not going. Slams it home on the putback.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Hornets right now in possession. To Rozier. Here comes the screen. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Nikola Batum. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Able to convert inside.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Wade. And he finishes at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
That is great vision to set it up. Nikola Batum, now 4 for 9.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Jones with it. They lead it by 14. Valanciunas. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Nick Batum. To Rozier. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. Short jumper stays out. To Jaren Jackson. Fires the 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Hornets have the basketball. To Batum. Jonas Valanciunas pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Williams on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
Defense, let's go.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender did it.
Rozier with it. His guys down big. A lot of contact. No whistle.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Goes to the left side. Wade. Shot won't go. off the assist.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Rozier. And count the basket.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Rozier. Jonas Valanciunas snatching it out of the air.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Has a look. And that's rebounded by Memphis. Memphis, they've got it. From long range. Second effort. And a putback slam.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there is a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in the worrisome.
Beyond the arc for three. Rebound taken by Wade. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Rozier. Short jumper won't fall. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Short jumper won't go down. Jones with it. Lead stands at 10. Going to launch beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Jones with it. It's a 9-point lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw is good. It's a three-point play, and that just might put this game out of reach. Charlotte basketball. Screen coming.
Hit.
Surveys the floor. To Rozier. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, knocks it down from 3.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
And scores.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
To Rozier. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way. To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies, so the possession stays with the Hornets. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play, and the margin down to 8. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Knocked loose. And now it's Flash with the basketball. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
That's how you do it.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Grizzlies finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Charlotte Hornets finished on the losing end of a close score. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. The Hornets got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Charlotte Hornets. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Okay. My name should be in the MVP column. I'm not gonna say that shit again. Okay, so I'm gonna play this last one, and I'm gonna save the rest of them for next week. So, yeah, because as soon as I play all these games, we'll be at the end of playoffs. First And by the time I get done with the playoffs, this is the final time you'll probably see Antonio Jones.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. The opening tip won by the Timberwolves as we get rolling from Target Center. Here comes the screen. Grayson Allen to Wiggins. Short jumper misses. Connect from in close. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Jones with it. Down just a couple. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Teague sets him up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Teague to Wiggins. And that's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas cashes in for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Teague with it up top. Down 3. Bell to Towns. Whoa, what a finish.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Jaren Jackson. Here comes the screen. Jones picked up by Teague. Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Wiggins. No good. Jones with it. Leads just a point. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the game.
Bell to Towns. Nothing going here on that drive. Towns. To Teague. 5 to shoot for Minnesota. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Grizzlies own the basketball. To Wade. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Teague with the basketball. They're down 3. Trying to cash in. Jeff Teague. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Tyus Jones, guarded by Towns. Off the assist.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Not that time.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Teague with it up top. Now down 6. To Towns. Jonas Valanciunas with a piece. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Teague. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup.
Danny Green. Shot from in close, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Teague. Driving right to the basket. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Jeff Teague, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. Oh, he missed on a pair. To Danny Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
To Teague. Jeff Teague. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Teague.
Big pick right there.
Down low Bell. Jordan Bell with the dunk.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Danny Green. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Personal foul. Team foul number 2. For Memphis.
Danny Green at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Jeff Teague has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Grizzlies at the controls right now to Wade. Here comes the screen. Wade, defended by Holmes. Deep right corner, beyond the arc for 3. Shakes free and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Teague with the basketball. Down a dozen. Working the outside to Teague. Oh, he had it.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He's now 5 for 6.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Teague. The Wolves down to 4 on the shot clock. Shot by Teague won't go down. Danny Green to Valanciunas. Fires the 3. That's how you defend. Minnesota with the basketball. To Teague. Here comes the screen. Jeff Teague. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
Your
I wasn't trying to
contest was
shoot
great
it. I
because
was
of
trying
your
to pass it.
proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Short jumper off the mark. Anderson. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Napier with the basketball. 14-point deficit. Got a piece of it. Flash at the controls. 4-3. Another chance. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Grizzlies were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Timberwolves have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. assists.
The Minnesota Timberwolves struggled to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of the situation.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
If y'all enjoying this gameplay, please like, comment, and
He
subscribe.
couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Damn it, the Clippers won once again in the lead. Fuck. Oh, they only.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Rebounded by Bell. Wiggins to Teague. Jeff Teague. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
Going to launch beyond the arc.
Oh,
well
shit.
defended. Has a chance. Can't connect. And a nice finish at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Teague with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Towns. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Memphis with the rock. To Jaren Jackson. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
T to Wiggins. The drive right to the basket. Wiggins to the basket.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Teague with the basketball. His guys down 11. To Wiggins. Good on the layup.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Jones with it. It's a 9-point lead. Dwayne Wade. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And he finishes at the rim.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. T here against Jones. To Towns. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great
Didn't feel it coming, did you?
To Jaren Jackson. Here's a chance from long range. They swarm Jaren Jackson. Missed the shot. Bell. To Wiggins. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. Now 4 for 9.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
For 3. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
And body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Converts on the free throw. Timberwolves have the basketball.
Here we go.
To Towns. Baseline drive. Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this.
We got this. Let's go. Into the game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 5.
Napier picked up by Jones.
Into the game. Number 9.
To Covington from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
And he buries it.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
To Covington. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. To Jaren Jackson. Fires the 3. That won't go.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, off the iron. No good. Jones with it. They lead it by 14. Gets a look. Can't hit. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Has a look. The shot almost.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad
Great
shooters
family,
catch,
he
they
would
become
have
hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Deep two there, won't go. Beyond the arc for 3. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Jones with it. His guys leading by 14. Trevor Booker tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Trying to cash in. And a putback slam.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good, and the lead's back down to 13. It's Grizzlies ball. To Wade. Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Wade picked up by Gorgie Jang. To Valanciunas. Fires the 3, and the rebound taken by the Wolves. The pass set it all up.
Can I do 2 buzzer beaters in one night?
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench.
2 buzzer beaters in one night. Good night, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Grizzlies added a win with today's solid victory. And these are the kind of highlights I love to see. Check out the defensive effort that turns so many shots into really embarrassing moments. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Timberwolves didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game trap. Second chance points.
The Memphis Grizzlies were most impressive in the way they turned their effort into second chance points. If I was their coach, I'd be very proud of the team for the way they played with heart.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
We finish on March 31st. Let's go. Another embarrassing
moment. That does it
moment.
for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
If you didn't hit that subscribe button, go right ahead and do it now. Like again, hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed the gameplay. I'll finish up 2K17 probably tomorrow, but I will record it, not live stream it.